Hi there, I'm Chris Berman. Up next on ESPN, questions abound after a disappointing 2003. Can Kurt Warner reclaim his spot as one of the premier quarterbacks in that action football league? We'll find out here. Browns, Giants. It's game time.
While the teams are out on the field getting loose, the fans are filing in and finding their seats for the game. Hi, and welcome to Giant Stadium. I'm Dan Stevens. Peter O'Keefe is next to me in the booth, and Peter, we've got a couple of offensive powerhouses down on the field.
No doubt about it, Dan. We could be in for a high-scoring game today. LaDanian Tomilson is just a great all-around running back. He's got speed, vision, jukes, power, a little bit of everything. He's not the only big-time player on that squad, though. Toomer is one of the better receivers in the league. He's one of those players that a defense has to key in on and respect. Otherwise, he's going to make you pay. A talented duo to be certain. They just might make the difference out there.
Well, all right, Peter, we'll keep our eye on them as the game progresses, but first, the coin toss. There's the signal, and we're ready. Bryant kicks it, and we are underway. Suggs decides to take it out of the end zone. Tackled at the 23. Green picks up about 2, and that will bring up second down. Green gets the call again and heads out right. Intercepted. Dragged down at the 42. It looks like, we've had an injury down on the field. As soon as we hear anything, we'll be sure to pass the information along to you. Manning uncorks this to the left sideline, and it's complete for a first down and a whole lot more.
Ike Hilliard plays this one perfectly, getting himself to the right place at the right time to make the catch. The defense should be embarrassed that they let this one get away.
Yeah, Peter, they have
the get-go.
Tomlinson takes his first carry of the game and picks up a couple. Tomlinson has his number called on second down and takes it upfield, and he's in for the...
LaDanian Tomilson sticks close to his blockers here, and it pays off.
He'll get the touchdown, and he does it in... The ref gets the signal, and we're set. Bryant kicks this one away. Suggs decides to take it out of the end zone. Tackle. No dice, and it falls incomplete. Williams was shaken up earlier, and I hear Susie Culber has a report for us. Susie?
Thanks, Dan. I managed to get a word with the team doctors. They said he's suffering from a hyperextended elbow. They're trying to find a brace that will mitigate the pain, but nothing seems to be working. They're listing his return as doubtful. Dan, back to you.
As always, we'll hope for the best up here in the booth. Thank you, Susie. They couldn't connect after the 3 and out. Number 3 gets the ball and punts it away. Peterson, fair catch yard line. Warren gets the sack way back at the 38.
Gerard Warren sends this offense backpedaling with a nice sack in the backfield.
They lose some yardage there, Peter. It has to feel like they're going down and up as long ahead. Warren sacks him way back at the 31.
Gerard Warren moved this offense back a few with a great sack in the backfield. You know, that was a great call.
Toomer, big play, but only potential.
That's a heartbreaker to have it drawn up right, but just not get it executed.
Fields gets the ball and pummels this one deep. Own 24-yard line. Green will get the carry on first down.
Third and short. Let's see if they can come up with another big sting.
Green takes the handoff and is dropped short of the marker. Fourth down. Number 3 lines up to punt after the 3 and out. Number 3 gets the snap and punts it away. Peterson fields the punt at the 32. Tomlinson gets the call on first down and maybe picks up one on the play. Tomlinson gains 3 yards, and that brings up third down. Toomer snags the dart right sideline, and they get the first on 3rd and long.
Eli Manning throws right past the coverage and into his receiver's hands. Nice throw.
A nice game. Tomlinson takes it for his 5th carry. McCutcheon hammers the receiver and forces him to drop the ball. Manning throws this one right sideline.
And when you don't convert, it really hurts.
Fields takes the snap and punts it away. Garcia rifles it out left side, and it's intercepted. No one in front of him, and touchdown.
Touchdown, Giants.
Omar Stoudemire intercepts the ball close to the end zone, so you know he's going for it. And he gets it. What a huge play for the defense as they put points on the board.
That touchdown is going to establish some distance between them, Peter.
That's a big score.
Here's the point after, and somehow he misses it.
What in the world? You don't see this much. And if you did, there would be a lot of kickers looking for work. Watch this. Whiff! No good. That is embarrassing.
There's the signal, and we're ready. Bryant kicks it off. Suggs catches it back at the 5. Pushed out at the 26. Well, Peter, some interesting information up on the screen.
Oh, you bet. Well, the turnover column has the grim news, in my opinion. If you want to win, you have to hold it.
Wrong 26-yard line. Green takes it across the line and maybe picks up one on the play. Garcia gets all of his arm into this pass, and it's tipped. Incomplete.
Jeff Garcia, he's really struggling out there today. As you can see by the numbers, it's all bad. Up to now, he's got 1 yard and 2 interceptions.
Peterson makes a play on this and forces the incompletion. 4th down coming up. It looks like, we've had an injury down on the field. As soon as we hear anything, we'll be sure to pass the information along to you. Number 3 takes the long snap and punts it away. Peterson catches it at the 33. Tackled at the 40. Started their 43-yard line. Tomlinson picks up about 2, and that brings up 2nd down.
With the tackle.
Manning passes this one, and it's intercepted. Forced out at the 50.
Anthony Henry does a nice job picking off the pass there. He's got it, and he gets a little more with that nice little run back.
Boy, that was a heads-up play. Yard line. Green gets the handoff and only gets back to the line of scrimmage. Brought down at the 47. Joseph was shaken up earlier, and I hear Susie Culber has a report for us. Susie?
Thank you, Dan. I got a quick word with the trainers, and they said that he's suffering from shoulder tendonitis. They're icing it a bit right now, but it looks like he should be ready to come back in soon. Back to you, guys.
This pass will fall hard.
Get it together. The timing, the routes, the protection, nothing.
Number 3 takes the long snap and punts it away. 17-yard line. Tomlinson picks up. Manning throws this one right sideline, and the ball is caught at the 20.
Manning makes a terrific completion in double coverage here. Wow, now that is one confident QB.
A well-designed. Toomer grabs the bullet, and the Giants. Manning throws the pass, and it's intercepted. Fumbles.
Eli Manning is feeling some pressure as he lets this one go, which is why it zings right into the defender's reach. He wishes he had that one back.
That will put his... Rips him down in the backfield, and the clock continues to run.
Martin Chase gets the sack in the backfield. The quarterback had nowhere to go on this one. Let's watch. Yep, the D shut the offense down on that.
Garcia zings it to the right side, and he hits his man for a pickup of 9.
Number 84 took on triple coverage and came away with a phenomenal catch.
Nice gain, and that puts them in a very convertible third down situation.
Yeah, you know, Dan, my last convertible was a 72 Nova.
You know, Peter, it's no wonder you were a lineman. And that'll do it for the first half of this one. The Giants enjoying a lead, 13-0. And now let's send you to Chris Berman in our studios in Bristol for the ESPN halftime report. Toomer?
All right, Dan, interesting game at the half. We'll get back to you guys in a bit. First, we welcome everybody to our ESPN halftime report. I'm Chris Berman. Now we'll look at our first half by the numbers, and I tell you, first downs have been the story here. The Giants are winning because of it. Let's see if they can keep up their dominance in the second half. Let's get started in this one early in the first quarter. Sean Williams shows some great awareness here as he gets himself into position to pick this one off. Giants early in the first quarter, the Giants inside the red zone. LaDanian Tomilson would get the carry here. Good blocking up front to help to spring him. A 13-yard touchdown for the Giants. Brown now early in the second quarter. Brown's down by 7. Omar Stoutmeyer would come up with a huge play here as he was able to pick one off here, then had some clear sailing in front of him. They're now up by 13. The Giants on defense, Anthony Henry would come up with the big play to kill a drive as he was able to step in front of a wayward pass for an INT. Giants ahead 13-0. Eli Manning connected with his man on this one. And that's where we'll leave this one. Giants are up at the half 13-0. Now let's check out the undisputed halftime hero of the first half. Omar Stoutmeyer has taken over this game. And now let's return to the second half with Dan Stevens and Peter O'Keefe.
They lead 13-0. Let's go down to the field. Joyce decides to take it out of the end zone. Stopped at the 19. Peter, interesting order to the division, isn't there?
Oh, you bet.
Starts at their own 19-yard line. Tomlinson has his number called on first down and gets well past the markers for a first.
LaDanian Tomilson sticks close to the sidelines and racks up a bunch of yards.
Then he goes out of bounds well past the markers, I might add.
Yeah, he went for the whole in.
Tomlinson reels in the football and gains a couple.
Pass complete. Warwick Coleman with the tackle.
Eli Manning has been searching for a rhythm out there, and he's come up short, Dan. As you can see by these numbers, he's been having a rough day of it. So far, he's struggled to get 73 yards and no touchdowns.
Tomlinson will get the carry on second down and gets well past the markers for a first.
Look at this run, Dan. Everything worked out to perfection. Look at the fluidity of the running style. There's no wasted motion there. What a play.
Toomer didn't haul that one in, and it falls incomplete. Peter, unfortunately, we've had some players banged up so far.
Unfortunately so. Well, we've got some notable injuries this season. Teams are doing their best to put their best team on the field each week, but the injuries are piling up. There's no avoiding it. The key is to have depth in your roster and just hope for the best.
Tomlinson takes his 10th cap. One man to beat, no one in front of him. He's in for the touchdown.
Dalen McCutcheon picks off the ball, and he's going all the way. Nobody can stop him. Man, I hope his mom's got the VCR going.
Peter, you couldn't ask for more from him. That's the signal, and we're set. Dawson kicks this one away. Joyce fields the kickoff at the 5. Tackled at the 27. Well, Peter, some interesting information up on the screen.
Oh, you bet. How they turned the ball over leaps out at me, and you have to think that that could come back to haunt them. Turnovers are the most telling stat.
This pass will fall harmlessly to the ground. Manning zips it to the left side after the 3 and out. Fields takes the snap and punts it away. McCutcheon fields the punt at the 29. Garcia throws this on a rope, and he connects for a pickup of 4 on the play. Winslow catches it. Garcia lobs this one over the middle, and it got away from him a bit. Incomplete.
Could help, but it doesn't look like it.
Number 3 gets the ball and punts it away. Peterson takes it at the 20. 6-yard line. Lang makes the hit in the backfield at...
Eli Manning has had difficulties, to say the least, and now he's second-guessing everything he's throwing. Terrible day. So far, he's struggled to get 70 yards and 3 interceptions.
Holdman. Manning throws a beauty. Lines up to punt after the 3 and out. Fields gets the snap and pummels this one deep. McCutcheon fields the deep punt at the 20. Opportunity here as they start off at their 35-yard line. Garcia. Emmons. Garcia throws a heater right sideline, and Peter, what's different in that range?
Well, the coverage.
Number 3 gets the snap and punts it away. Peterson, fair catches 12-yard line. Lang fires this one over the middle, and the ball is caught for a gain of 7 on the play.
Eli Manning made a great throw.
Tomlinson hauls it in right side, and he will be well short of the marker. Zone territory to punt it away. Fields takes the snap and punts it away. McCutcheon fields the punt at the 47. Chase. Garcia rifles this one hard over the middle, and the ball is caught for a gain of 17 yards on the play.
He's struggling a bit there, but this may turn him around.
Green picks up about... Green gets the call again and heads left. Green chews up. Gets the sack and... Slides down and... Garcia zings it to the right side, and the catch is made at the 15. Touchdown!
Andre Davis is going to make a great play right here. snags the football, and then really turns on the juice.
Peter then, and we're ready. Dawson kicks it off. Peterson fields it all the way back at the 2. Stopped at the 20. Griffith tips it. Rips him down in the back.
Easier on themselves by wiping out all of the potential short yardage plays they might.
Manning tosses it down the left sideline, and it falls incomplete. They will turn the ball over on down.
Anthony Henry with the coverage.
Anthony Henry was in man coverage and played it pretty tight. Tight enough for the incompletion.
Oh, that's got to be a crushing blow for this team. They won. Shea goes in. Dawson kicks it from 33 yards. It's Dawson booms a beauty here. Peterson, there. Manning really puts some arm behind this one, and it's caught at the 35, 25, finally stopped at the 24.
Eli Manning launches this baby a long ways. Let's watch the replay. Oh, he's got some arm.
And Peter, that time, neither of those guys really had a height advantage on the other.
Yeah, it's sometimes when you find yourself locked in a matchup like that, it simply becomes a question of who wants the ball more. Advantage offense there.
And that is going to do it for this one. The Browns come out on top, 17-13. For my partner, Peter O'Keefe, this is Dan Stevens saying goodbye until next time.
All right, Dan, thank you. So this one is in the books as we welcome you all to our ESPN Video Games Postgame show. I'm Chris Berman. The Browns stepped it up for sure, putting up some good numbers. Let's get started in this one early in the third quarter. LaDanian Tomilson was able to step in front of this pass and pick one off, but he wasn't done there. Touchdown for the Browns. The Browns climb back again and are now down by 6. Jeff Garcia would find his target on this one. Browns back by 6. Andre Davis had to work to find an opening, but he was able to haul this one in. They take the lead for the first time and are now up by 1. The Browns have it again. Bill Dawson sets up for the little chip shot, and this one is no problem. A 34-yard field goal. Browns winning 17-13. Eli Manning is back. He's pretty much locked in on his wide receiver. He hits him. And that's where we'll leave this one. Browns edge out a win, 17-13. Now let's take a sec to chat with our player of the game. The guy who seemed to be all over the field on defense and came up with big play after big play. LaDanian Tomilson is on the sidelines with Susie Calder. Susie?
Thank you, Chris. You showed your mettle, and you nosed them out in this nail-biter game. What put you guys over the top?
You know what? This team believes in each other, and we believe in what we're trying to accomplish. Fortune just smiled on us today, and we were able to triumph in the end.
Back to you, Chris.
Thanks for tuning into ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports for 25 years and counting. I'm Chris Berman. We'll see you next time. Hi there, I'm Chris Berman. We got a lot of games to cover, so let's get to it. In our first game this week, we had the Bears edge their way to a narrow 3-point win. Ricky Williams played well despite the loss and showed us why he's ranked up at the top of the league. We had an interesting free agency pickup of note here. Trey's got the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Chris. Let's switch gears and talk about players that'll have new homes in the National Football League, as free agency continues to play such a huge role in determining a team's makeup. Bernard Berrien will be moving on from his current address, And he gets a pretty good deal to do it. 4 years, $2.8 million.
In a long-standing AFC rivalry, we had the Broncos pick up their first win of the year. Browns, Giants. Win. Daylon McCutcheon was able to step in front of this pass and pick one off, but he wasn't done there. The Browns go on to win this by the final score of 17-13. Priest Holmes was responsible for over 150 yards rushing and helped his Chiefs beat the Texans. On the east side of the bay in Oakland, we had the Raiders get sent away with a 7-point loss. Down in the Georgia Dome, we had the Falcons end up with an 8-point victory. Saints, Rams. Victory. Dante Stallworth is so dangerous inside the red zone. And call signals at the 5, and there it is, a quick post, a slant touchdown. The Saints win this one by the final score of 21-10. The Bengals defense held their opponents to under 150 passing yards in their win at Paul Brown Stadium. The Seahawks won at home and will have time to savor the victory as next week is their bye. Number 86 had a stellar game, but all said and done, his performance wasn't enough to lift his team to a victory. We had a big injury in this one, and Trey has the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Chris, thanks. In front of you, we've got the AFC Infirmary Report. And as you can see, they were hit hard this week. Ben Hamilton sticks out on this list as one of the more costly injuries. He'll be out for 13 weeks. In front of you, we've got the NFC list. And as you can see, they could form their own MASH unit. This guy might be the biggest loss on this list. A hairline fracture of the arm is the initial report, and the doctors are saying he'll be out for 11 weeks. Now, on to even bigger news, as you may have already heard. Reggie Wayne will miss the remainder of the year, and this is a big blow to this passing game because he was obviously a main target. So that'll do it for now. Chris, let's send it back to you.
Cowboys, Redskins. Terry Glenn ready to go at the 16-yard line. Makes a move, spins. He's got daylight. Beautiful pass. Boy, did that look easy for the touch. The Cowboys go on to win this by the final score of 50-7. In a long-standing AFC rivalry, we had the Jaguars pick up their third win of the season. And in our final game, we had the Eagles come away victorious. So that'll just about do it. But before we go, I'm going to toss out a few game balls to my prime-time players. Each and every one of these men had a week to remember. That'll do it, sports fans. I'm Chris Berman, and thanks so much for joining us here in the Bristol studios. We'll see you next week right here on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.